There's a silent trap many people fall into without even realizing it, the belief that big changes require huge efforts, and without that, nothing is worth it. But what if I told you this idea is one of the biggest lies holding you back from growing? The counterintuitive truth is that the small decisions you make today, those that seem insignificant, are what will shape your entire future. Ignoring this might be your biggest regret 5 years from now. Change isn't just for the strong or the especially motivated. In reality, real change starts exactly where you are, with what you have, without waiting for the perfect moment that might never come. Many sabotage themselves by waiting for motivation that disappears as quickly as it appears. That's why in this video, we'll uncover together the secret to transforming your life without relying on miraculous willpower or grand revolutions. Imagine looking back 5 years from now and feeling proud of the path you chose, without regrets. What would that feel like? That's the real possibility I want to show you today, through personal experiences and analogies that connect directly with your daily life, making this content not only theoretical but practical and applicable to your routine. After all, change needs to make sense for you, not for anyone else. Get ready for a journey where we'll analyze decisions you might not even realize you're making, the hidden cost of procrastination, and how small actions can turn into a positive avalanche in your life. This isn't just another motivational video, but an honest conversation about what really works for those who want to leave regret behind and live with purpose. So, if you're tired of feeling stuck, trapped in cycles of indecision, and want to discover what to change today to never regret it again, stay with me until the end. I promise it will be worth it, and the first step might be simpler than you think. When we think about big changes, we tend to imagine something grand, almost epic, that transforms us overnight. But the truth is life rarely works that way. It's the small decisions, barely noticeable day to day, that build up strength and shape who we become. It's like the soft drip of water droplets filling an invisible reservoir until it overflows and makes a splash. Understanding this is the first step for anyone who truly wants to change without waiting for miracles. This idea might have gone unnoticed by many, but think about it. How many times have you decided to watch just one more episode, leave the book closed, or postpone your workout for just one more day? These choices seem trivial, but together, they write a story, and not always the one you want. On the flip side, choosing to read one page, walk for 5 minutes, or simply stand up starts the wheels of change turning. The beauty is in consistency, not immediate intensity. To apply this practically, start by identifying a small habit that feels too simple to matter but can be done easily and often. For example, begin saving $5 a day, swap a sugary drink for water, or write one line in a journal. These small acts create a domino effect, where persistence beats initial effort. And it's exactly at this point the journey gains momentum, paving the way for bigger, more impactful decisions, which we'll explore next. Procrastination is a silent thief that steals our time without us noticing. At first, it seems harmless, almost a deserved break, but the accumulation of just 5 more minutes turns into a black hole where valuable opportunities disappear. Imagine missing the train of important changes in your life. The worst part is we often don't realize the train has left. This late realization can cause deep regret that only grows over time. This trap is more common than you might think, and escaping it requires understanding its mechanism. Procrastination means giving more weight to immediate discomfort than future benefit. It's the classic battle between now and later. But the secret is to break this chain with small actions that reduce the initial resistance. For example, instead of thinking about studying 2 hours, start with 5 minutes. If exercising, just put on your workout clothes and warm up. To fight procrastination, a powerful tip is to create an immediate reward system, something your brain loves as much as lazy rest. It can be listening to your favorite music after training, enjoying a special coffee after reading, or treating yourself to a brief moment of leisure. These little pleasure triggers build a positive, sustainable path, lowering the hidden cost procrastination charges, and preparing the ground for the next step, the environment. Changing habits doesn't happen in a vacuum. The environment we live in acts as a silent director of our daily choices. Have you noticed how much easier it is to resist temptation when you're not surrounded by it? Simply put, the soil you plant your actions in determines whether they bloom or wither. That's why adjusting your environment is one of the most effective shortcuts to true transformation, often more powerful than willpower alone. Think about the difference between trying to study in a cluttered, distracting room and having a tidy, well-lit spot with everything you need within reach. The environment is like a partner who can help build you up or quietly sabotage your efforts. In the digital world, this also means controlling notifications, limiting social media during focus time, and choosing your company carefully, since those around you influence your habits. To put this into practice, the first step is to observe what's within your reach and can be changed to support your progress. For example, take your phone out of your bedroom at night, prepare your gym clothes the night before, or replace tempting snacks with healthy options in the kitchen. Small adjustments like these open space for growth and lead into the next phase we'll explore, motivation, and its tricks for not letting you down. Motivation is like fireworks, beautiful, intense, but lasting only seconds. Many people wait for it to start something, believing that when it arrives, everything will flow naturally. The harsh truth is motivation alone isn't enough to sustain real, lasting change. It's just the fuel to get started. The engine that keeps the journey going is something quieter and steadier. Anyone who has waited for the right time to begin knows how deceptive this trap can be. It's the classic "I'll start Monday" or "when I feel more ready." But time waits for no one, and this waiting only pushes change into an uncertain future. The secret is creating systems and routines that don't rely on mood or momentary willpower. For example, prepare your coffee and lay out your workout clothes the night before, small actions that remove excuses. To escape this trap, it's crucial to understand that doing is more important than feeling like doing. Just like a car needs fuel to move, it also needs clear, steady direction. Discipline and habits built intentionally are the true engines of transformation, and that's exactly what we'll talk about next: how to build a solid identity that supports these changes. Transforming your life isn't just about changing what you do, it's mostly about changing who you are. Identity works like deep roots that support daily actions. When someone decides they are a disciplined, healthy, or productive person, choices stop being a constant struggle and become part of a natural system. This internal transformation is the secret to avoiding setbacks and sustaining progress. People often focus too much on results and forget to work on their self-belief. For example, it's no use wanting to run a marathon if deep down you believe "I'm not a runner." Changing that inner narrative is the foundation for genuine change. A practical exercise is to affirm daily who you want to be, like "I am someone who takes care of my health," and act in alignment with that statement, even if gradually. This identity building doesn't happen overnight, but is nurtured by small, consistent habits and choices that reinforce your self-image. It's like planting a tree and watering it daily. Over time, it grows strong and resilient. This foundation sets the stage for the final action step we'll cover now, the moment to take your first effective step to avoid regret. Often, the biggest obstacle to change is simply starting. Hesitation, fear of the unknown, and doubt can paralyze even the most determined. But as the saying goes, the best time to plant a tree was 20 years ago, the second best time is now. And it's this now that must be embraced, because it will determine who you are in the years to come. A good starting point is to set small, clear, and achievable goals that bring a daily sense of victory. For example, if the goal is to take better care of your health, starting with 5 minutes of morning stretching is already a great step. Or, for someone wanting to save money, setting aside a small amount monthly that doesn't strain the budget helps build the habit and confidence. Small wins add up and eventually turn into great achievements. Additionally, it's essential to create an environment that supports your journey, eliminate distractions, plan your actions, and seek support from people who encourage your growth. Never underestimate the power of public commitment, telling friends or family about your goals, increasing responsibility and motivation. With these simple strategies, the first step becomes less of a leap into the unknown and more of a secure move toward the future you want, a future worth living, not regretting. We've reached the end, but in reality, this is just the beginning of the transformation you can choose to live. Remember, time doesn't come back, and the greatest gift you can give yourself is to act today, no matter how small the step. Ignoring this can lead to regret that weighs on your soul and steals dreams, and nobody deserves to carry that burden. The question remains, what are you willing to do now to ensure that in 5 years, you feel proud of the path you chose? Is it worth continuing to delay, waiting for motivation, or is it better to embrace the discipline that builds solid habits? That decision is in your hands, and it could be the difference between success and frustration. If anything in this video moved you, I challenge you to put at least one of the simple actions we discussed into practice. Write in the comments what your first step will be, and make it a public commitment. Change happens when intention turns into action, and action becomes habit. The future is built by those who move, not those who wait. To continue this growth journey, don't forget to subscribe and turn on notifications. There's much more content coming to help strengthen your mind, routine, and life. After all, knowledge only becomes transformation when applied, and I want to be with you every step of the way. Now, I ask you, what will you change today so that 5 years from now, your future self thanks you? Think about it and make the decision that will change your life, because in the end, that decision separates those who live from those who merely survive.